Hello, my name is Skylar Fair, and for this video, I will be showing you how I created my database spreadsheet. First, I clicked onto Caspio Bridge, where you would first start by clicking New App. On New App, you will click Start by importing data. The data that I had to import was my Excel spreadsheet here. And because it was on Google Docs, I had to save it, or rather download it as a comma separated values in order to import it onto Caspio Bridge. So once I imported all my data, the Casio website will automatically organize and populate each field for me. And how I create the search database is I create a table for each column. So to create a new table, you just click on this link here, new table, and then you will go ahead and populate these fields and the way you would like the table to be designed. And for mine, according to the YouTube tutorial, I did the name of the column plus an added ID and then had it auto numbered. And then I would fill in the author's name, and the data type I used was text, 255 words. If it were to go over the 255 words, it would prompt you to change it to the text 64,000. And another example would be for implications. Here, you put implications, which is the name of the column, or partially, but I had to put it partial because it was not able to fit. So I put implications and then ID, auto numbered it, and then I labeled the information as benefits versus risk. And then the text, because there were a lot of words, I had to choose 64,000. So once that is done, you want to have a parent table, so to speak. I named mine's table article info. And in here, you can see the design is quite different compared to the others. I put in the name of the table plus ID. And like the other table IDs, I put auto number, and then I filled in the rest with the name of the columns, which you see here, and then included the ID at the end of each title, and I made each one an integer. Once you do all that, you're going to go back to tables and you're going to go to relationships. Here under tables, you are going to click all of the affiliated titles here, or tables rather, including your parent table, which is the article info. And what I did is put that table in the middle, and I grabbed the ID title and connected it with the corresponding one here under the article table info. And you do that for each one. So once you are done with that, you are going to head over to data pages. And here, you can see here that I've already created a search database. And if you hit on to my first one for the healthcare providers, edit, and I can walk you through and show you how I was able to create this. So you click on reports, tubular for your data page type, click next. Here, the name of my selected data source was already automatically created by the website. And here you can, I just differentiate this one from the other one by adding on a title, which is Search and Report 2.1 Healthcare Providers. Everything else stayed the same. Here I clicked on results below search form, and then check the box for display results on initial load. I selected and transferred all of the affiliated titles that I needed or wanted to include in my search database. And for each one, the label was already put in, and then I chose text field, and contains is for if whoever is using your search database, anything that they write into the text box, when they click search, anything related to whatever they entered will pop up. So it gives them more of a broader search. And here, it's just the characters. So I did that for each one, except for year published. The precision was date and the comparison type was equal, but everything else was pretty much the same. After that, click next. Any available field that's pertaining that you want into your database, again, you go ahead and transfer it over. Here, skip. This one, not much needed to be done. Just render value as text, meaning that whoever is using your search database will just be typing into the text box provided. This one, I kept records per page 25. I wanted to enable details page and for link to detail page default action link. Again, I just transferred over my available fields to selected fields. Same thing here. Display only and render value as text, and giving the user the option to navigate next in previous records. And then you will click finish. I'm not going to click finish because I already have one set up. And to go ahead and view, yes, I want to cancel. To view your database, you can just click preview. And here you will see all the titles in your columns here and the text box. So that way the user can type in, you can see here, I've already tested it by clicking in the names, typing in the name Susan. That's all I'm going to use for at this moment. And then I'm going to click search. And everything with the name Susan in it will pop up. And I prefer it that way just because it provides the user a broader search opportunity. So that way it doesn't have to be too exact, and they will, without being too exact, they can still find the article or information that they are looking for. I did one for the healthcare providers, and I did a second one for the patient client as well. And to create a link, what I did was click deploy, click on enable, click URL, and then you can copy the link and click close, and then you can paste the link wherever you intend to paste it for viewing. This is the end of my video on how I created my search database. Thank you for listening.